What's up, LEGO fam? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Justin, and you're watching Good Life Bricks. I appreciate you being here today, and I'm really excited to go through this set with you. This is one of my all-time favorite, set 7163, the Republic Gunship. This was released in 2002 and retired in December of 2003. It came with 670 pieces, a whopping 8 minifigures, and it's an incredible lineup, and we'll go through that here shortly. It sold for $90 new in 2002. Today it's worth almost $1,450 new, and used is still worth over $300. So very valuable. It's an extremely fun set. It's an iconic set, and it was a lot of fun for me to build. There's a lot of nostalgia here for me, and we'll do a walkthrough and a comparison with the 2023 version of the Republic Guard Gunship. Before we do that, if you like the video, please hit the like button for me. I would appreciate that, and it would help the channel quite a bit. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my content. I try to post a couple videos a week, so hopefully there'll be some things that you'll like and won't want to miss. So with that in mind, let's dig in. The Republic Gunship is an iconic vehicle that we first saw in Attack of the Clones when the Jedi went to Geonosis, and this set represents that very well. It has plenty of armaments. It has the gunner locations on the wings and in the body of the ship. It has guns on the front. It has a gun on the back. And this was a revolutionary LEGO at the time because they figured out ways to allow you to move those gunner bubbles in and out. The doors could open, allowing you to see and have more access internal. If you lifted the cockpit, you could open up the front of the ship. And you just had all kinds of access to the interior of this ship. And that was one of the reasons I really liked it, but it was also it was a lot of fun to build. It has compartments all over the place, like here, and you can see inside. They gave you some of the internal workings of the ship with those two hoses, those flex tube hoses. This piece here can move up and down. And the back of the ship has a door that opens. It doesn't give you a lot of access to anything, and then these gunner bubbles open up or lift up and lay back down again on both sides. So there's just a lot of play features with this ship, which is exactly what you would hope and expect on a ship this large and a ship of this kind. So there was really nothing disappointing to me about this ship when it first came out. I just really loved it, loved building it. My dad and I built it together, and it was just a lot of fun, and I have very, very fond memories. Then many years later, I had this in storage, and my son started to get into LEGO, and we rebuilt this together. And so it's just got a lot of sentimental and nostalgic value for me. But there are some really cool features. You know, I already showed you how the cockpit raises, and this is one of those dual cockpits, so it was suited for 2 clone troopers. And this is the old style cockpit where it didn't connect and lift up and down. You just pulled the cockpit all the way off. They've changed that since then, and they've made that stay connected, which I think maybe is one improvement that they could have made. The other is simply durability. There's not a lot of reinforcement in this vehicle. So, you know, if you're moving things around, you might get pieces that fall off or whatever. But this is actually a lot better than some of the older LEGO from back in that time period. I don't have a lot of trouble with it. This is probably my favorite display set. It's just a really iconic vehicle. It looks really neat, and it's a huge part of Star Wars lore in the Star Wars universe. So I really enjoy it, and it came with a great selection of minifigures. So let's take a look at those real quick. So who would have known 20 plus years ago that this set of minifigures would have become so iconic? This guy we know today as Jedi Bob. Back then, he was just known as Jedi Knight, and he has become iconic. In fact, he was just featured in a animated miniseries on Disney Plus. Number two are these Phase 1 clone troopers, and they are iconic in their own right. They've got the fins on their helmet. They have black heads underneath, and so no faces or anything like that underneath the helmets. So they didn't even paint the helmets. They just left the helmet mold around the eyes open and let the black head do the rest. So they're well designed. They look kind of cool. These are the B2 battle droids, the original B2 battle droids for Lego Star Wars. They did them in a pearl sand blue, which I don't understand. But if you own these things, be incredibly careful. They are so fragile, and replacement parts are extremely expensive. The clips around the legs and the clips around the arms are prone to breaking and snapping. I just have them mounted on a white brick to keep them upright and keep them from falling over, but I still display them because I think that's part of the fun. And then my favorite droideka first came in this set. Now, I did a video about the droideka a short time ago, and I did a comparison between a few of the different eras of droidekas that they've made. This one is my favorite, and it came in one of my all-time favorite sets. I just think these are awesome. I don't know how you improve upon that build for the droideka. They've done some cool things in more recent years, but this original is iconic and really cool. As you look at the overall lineup of the minifigs, how do you improve on this? I think this is a great lineup of minifigures, and when you pair that with an absolutely iconic ship, it's pretty amazing. Now, they've made several of this ship over the years. They even made a UCS version of it. So most recently in 2023, they made a Republic Gunship in red that is featured with Chancellor Palpatine and Padme Amidala. It's a great vehicle. It's a little bit smaller, but it is also much more durable. And we can take a quick look at that. Here we've got a side-by-side of two of these gunships. The red one is set 75354 and is known as the Coruscant Guard Gunship. Again, it came out in 2023. It was $140, has 1,083 pieces, and came with 5 minifigures. We can see 3 of them peeking out of the body of the ship. Commander Fox is the shock trooper commander in all red. Next to him is Senator Padme Amidala, and then behind her is Chancellor Palpatine. And then you also had 2 clone shock troopers up in the pilot seats. So a couple things to note. One is the size. It is slightly smaller, which isn't a big deal. Lego's been doing that a lot. They give you more pieces and they pack them in really tight and make it more durable, but they also make it smaller. You've got doors that open and close a little differently than in the Republic Gunship. This door actually would close all the way if their guns weren't sticking out, versus this over here, which is really in a closed position. Now it can just open up further, and there's no side entry here. This is where you would split the front end and have access to the front area that way. The other thing is, I would show you just on the wings, notice that there are 2 layers of Lego pieces here, and that adds to the durability. So these wings are going to be more durable than in this example, where there's really only 1 layer on the wings. So that's something that we've seen Lego do a lot in recent years, adding to the durability of these sets, which I think is incredibly important. And I've gone on and on about this in other videos. Nobody wants their Lego ships to fall apart. And so the attention to more durability, I think, is the right move. Even if the ships come in a little bit smaller, they still have more pieces, they're packed tighter, and they're a little bit more durable. This ship also came with a handle to allow you to pick it up, and you can take a look at it fairly easily that way. I have this one mounted on a wall, kind of at an angle, so these guys are looking out and shooting at people as they pass by. This one I have mounted on top of one of my shelves that is off camera. It's got a prominent position there. I just think it's a very good looking vehicle. I think they're both great looking. The red one is a Coruscant based gunship, so the capital home world of the Republic. And this is a military-based gunship. So this one is one that they will take all over the galaxy and fight in different battles and that type of thing. There's otherwise not a ton of difference between the two. A little bit of size difference, piece count difference, and probably a durability difference. The Coruscant gunship has more pieces. It was quite a bit more expensive at $140 versus this one at $90. They gave us 8 minifigures here and 5 minifigures here. From a value perspective, I really don't know what that works out to be. Here's what I would say. Value is in the eye of the beholder. And for me, both of these are very high value sets to me. I think they're both great looking sets. One of them was given to me by my father when it first came out, as I was a young man, and he and I were doing Lego collecting together. This one was given to me by my youngest son, and so there's a tremendous amount of value in these sets for me. So which is better? That's up to you. I love them both, and I think they're phenomenal. So that was my look back at Lego Star Wars set 7163 Republic Gunship. We also got to take a look at set 75354, the Republic Guard Gunship from 2023. I hope you enjoyed seeing how they compare and they contrast, and I hope you got a sense for why I like this set so much. Between the iconic build and the amazing lineup of minifigs, it's really something. You might have noticed as we took a closer look, I still have the original stickers on this from 2002, and they're starting to crack and flake just a little bit. I could get a new sheet. I think a new sheet of stickers for this set costs somewhere around $100, and it's probably worth it given the value of the set. So it's something I'm thinking about. Thank you again for joining me. I appreciate you walking through one of my all-time favorite sets with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I hope you click on the like button for me, and I hope you click this link to subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you being here. I look forward to seeing you again soon.